Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Whoa, is that title a clever and subversive reference to the hit third-person shooter game Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare? That's a real callback to the source material right there. Can't wait for the zombie match episode. The episode starts off with this exact same scene of Noctis in this exact same location, talking about his exact same plans to destroy the exact same filthy weeds.
Okay, zombies, I'm stumped.
Conehead suggests that they just go around the back, so they do that. Squash is ranting about chairs.
Valid chairs, uncomfortable chairs. I didn't die for this country for stools, damn it.
I don't know, I can't really understand what he's saying, to be honest. Woody takes the gem and they flee the castle. They find an open window and what the fuck is that? Why were my windows so dirty? How am I alive? I sleep right next to that. The mold spores. Wait, it all makes sense now. I was slowly being poisoned by fungus on my window. That's why all of these videos are so incomprehensibly terrible. Sunflower then jumps out of a window, and yes, I did throw this plush toy out of a 2-story building.
Come on, Porphyria, mush, mush, mush.
What? Purple is all like, they went out the window, and Noctis.
Suicide, eh? Well, two can play at that game.
Me when I watch PvZ Plush episode 23 Garden Warfare. They then land in my garden. So Cherry theorizes that they died and went to purgatory, which is actually a valid theory considering that they jumped out of a window. Split and P then go on a slide. Look at them. They're so full of wonder and whimsy, you'd never be able to tell that they are beings of pure hatred and malice. Noctis is like, we're surrounded by plants, because grass is a plant, and a plant is a grass. His worries are quickly forgotten, however, as they realize that the gem of the underneath is right next to them. But uh-oh, they can't get back up the window. If only one of them could fly. Creep suggests that they all spread out so the plants won't know who has the gem. Noctis then becomes a Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 modder.
Excellent idea that I'm stealing. It's now mine.
Also, I like how much quieter the voices of the characters are because I'm worried that the neighbors will hear me. Most socially confident PvZ fan. Noctis tells them to each defend a point. Oh my god, it's like that mode in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare where you take over the turf and graveyard the gardens and herbal the assaults. Holly explains that she can fly but is ignored because then the plot wouldn't happen.
Keep your incomprehensible ramblings to yourself.
Someone should have told me that before I made this series. Woody instantly assumes that the zombies have the gem and then sends some plants to go and versus the zombies. Basic then expresses his hatred of gender-neutral pronouns.
Oh no, is one of they thems?
Mini Chomp then mauls him to death. Duckus is on a table and P-Shooter is like, you duck guy, more like dumb guy.
It's Duckus, not duck guy. That's the guy who was bitten by a radioactive duck and has the power to consume inhuman amounts of bread.
I guess you could say no one ducking. Killer. The quality of the jokes, though not that high in the first place, is really tanking in this episode. Duckus then starts blasting magical PNGs at P-Shooter, and then...
You need to breathe at some point.
I don't need to breathe, I'm choking, I can't breathe.
He then steals Duckus's pencil, and he isn't seen for the rest of the episode, so we can assume that Duckus choked to death. We then cut to iconic PvZ Plush characters Starfruit and Fume Mushroom, but then Scurvy descends from the stars above.
Crush him like I'll crush the patriarchy. You're gonna complain about me online?
Can't believe that Scurvy is a misogynist. It's like his only confirmed character trait. You then get shot. Split P is then on the slide again. Nice to see this putrid creature actually enjoy itself for once. Perhaps this is the beginning of the Split P redemption arc.
Stealing our jobs.
Never mind, Kona then says bruh.
Bruh?
Yeah. We then cut to Wintermelon flirting with a tree.
So, lovely lady, you up for a cheeky Nando's?
Can't believe Nando's is canon in the PvZ Plush cinematic universe.
That's a tree.
That's alright, I like my women with a bit of wood.
Dog jump scare. He looks so disappointed in me in this scene. The footage corrupts again, and Bucket jumps on Wintermelon and starts tearing him to bloody pieces. The footage corrupts again. What kind of Windows Movie Maker ass software was I using? Bucket gets hit with a rock and in response starts publicly stoning Wintermelon. Squash sits in the tree, utilizing the tactics used against him in Nam, and attacks Bucket, killing him. Noctis, Purple, and Picky are all on a trampoline.
Floral cesspit.
They are interrupted by Wood D, Gold D, and Chair arriving. They then jump around for a bit, and Woody bombs them. He died. What? Why was there like a frame of a dog bed? How did that happen? Creeps then achieves basic consciousness and realizes that Polly can fly, so Polly flies and the zombies go back in the window. Sunflower gets Cherry to explode and launch all of them at the window, and this works. Pea Shooter then uses the duckers he picked up from Pencil. You know what I mean. And the episode ends. So is Cherry just stuck in the garden now, all alone until the end of time? Actually, no, he's there somehow. And no, they will never discuss the implications of their entire world being inside of a big house. Mix and match. Am I watching a PvZ Plush episode or eating a bag of £1 sweets from the post office? Wait a minute, what's wrong with the intro? That isn't the name of that character, and the audio's all fucked. Could it be that this episode is a mind-switching episode? A trope that is in like every single form of media ever conceived? What an iconic PvZ character. The episode starts off with Creeps performing more horrific scientific experiments. He brings out the aforementioned chimpanzee. Oh my god, it's the PG Tips monkey. Look at that man go. He is the face of British tea. How did he end up here? Creeps fucking took him away. He took away one of Britain's beloved pop culture icons. Court-martial this man immediately. So Creeps is testing his latest invention. A small white thing that swaps minds. He then swaps the minds of Basic and the PG Tips monkey.
Hey, my life is filled with nothing but misery.
They plan to swap the minds of Noctis and Woody so Noctis can easily grab the under of the gem leaf. Creeps tries to shoot Woody in the head, but misses because he has no hands. Picky does it and immediately lands the shot. I mean, why not just like use a gun and just like a normal gun and just like instead of doing all of this, just point the gun at his head and pull the trigger. These are just some real unnecessary steps that you don't have to take. Anyway, the body switching works and...
What in the here? Where's all my polygons gone? That's a pun.
You ruined the joke, you stupid orange prick. Noctis, now in the body of Woody, starts calling the plants funny words.
Walmart? Yes, Walmart.
Well, I'm about to head out of this hippity-hopping hellhole.
Me immediately when I get the chance to leave the UK. Basic then says ooh.
Ooh.
Noctis then just starts demolishing all of the plants with insults.
You vegan explosive device! Look here, you parasitic pan troglodyte! Watch where you fall, you overweight pension violation!
Woody and Noctis's body then approaches, and Noctis and Woody's body is like, why the hell is me doing that? Woody then is like, plants, the mind swapping is swapping minds. And Noctis is like, no, actually, don't listen to me. Wait, I mean him. Oh, whoopsie doopsie. You fumbled it, you fucking failure.
You are Noctis in Woody's body. How weird and non-consensual.
Don't say that. He then gives up trying to convince them that he's Woody and starts insulting them again.
Mexican-US border.
It's all over for Noctis, but it looks like that the PG Tips monkey possessed Basic is about to maul Woody to death. Creeps then tries to swap Basic and the PG Tips monkey back, but he ain't having none of that and attacks Creeps. It explodes, which swaps every single character's bodies. I ain't explaining who's who, I can't be asked. So Picky, who is Bird, is like, oh dear, it's Pierce, bodies, swabs. Creep celebrates having hands.
We have hands. Wait, why are they sticky? Glue.
But, uh-oh, Splurt and Stone Shoot are in the same body together. That's some working zany shenanigans right there. It is then revealed that Creeps has a spare mind switcher, but...
I left a spare mind switcher in my old body.
Oh, a mind switch. I thought it was a Nintendo Switch, so I tried to put Zelda into it, and it just stopped.
You are They then try to do their normal routine of harassing the plants, but since most of them are plants now, they get all confused and cannot continue with their, xenophobia. It is revealed that beloved PvZ Plush character Scurvy is not present. Oh no. We then cut to this shot of the Gem of the Underneath. All seems fine until...
And you're Squash.
No, I am the one they call Squash.
Actually, you bally liberal.
A strange demonic voice emanates from Scurvy's body, claiming to be Squash. Woody asks the strange demon who he really is, but it refuses to answer. Back to the zombies or plants or whatever, Creeps is enjoying having hands.
Hands.
They all tell him to fix the machine, but he doesn't want to go back to his armless body, so he skedaddles away like he did during the trials. We then, yet again, go back to the plant base where Woody in Noctis's body is trying to work out what the hell is wrong with the creature in Scurvy's body. So Woody just hands it the Gem of the Underneath like a moron.
Okay, here's the most powerful item known to mankind, random stranger.
It then starts levitating in the air. It then reveals its true identity as the Gem of the Underneath itself, which swapped minds with Scurvy after the PG Tips monkey broke the machine. I just really find it funny how the entire plot of this episode hinges on the PG Tips monkey. So the Gem of the Underneath is a goofy comic relief character who has been trapped in its unmoving body for untold eons, unable to speak. It cannot scream, it cannot breathe, it cannot eat, it cannot love, it cannot move. Well, now it can, so it just starts gunning down everyone with its eye lasers that it has.
Ugh, who turned up the red?
I don't know, probably communists or something.
Oh, shut the fuck up! Woody runs over to Noctis telling him to leave this wretched earth, meaning that yet again, they're doing the whole
You and I could partner up.
The gem catches up to them and is like, I'm going to kill you.
I have more power than even a god could comprehend.
Been there.
The poor gem does not know of the terrors that await it. Picky tries to fly to get Creeps back, and the Gem of the Underneath wants to kill that damned bird for some reason. Like, it just ignores everyone else. It really wants to kill that bird.
Squawksin, the Gem of the Underneath somehow swapped minds with Scurvy, and now it's destroying everything.
I find that hard to believe.
There you are. No one escapes from me. And by me, I mean the Gem of the Underneath, who has swapped minds with Scurvy and is now destroying everything.
Yeah, that was just kind of predictable. I ain't got anything to say about that, to be honest. Just try harder. Creeps is like, oh, okay, fine, I'll rebuild the machine, and then does that. Apparently it needs an explosion to reboot, even though the explosion in the first place was what broke it. What? That's like me throwing my microwave oven down the stairs, breaking it, and then throwing it down another set of stairs. Picky flies back and the Gem of the Underneath is like, I hate that bird, I hate it so much. It ignores the only thing that can stop it and put it back into its millennia of unending torment. Picky picks up Cherry, who has the mind of reoccurring character Short Skirt, and flies away. And yet again, the Gem of the Underneath really hates that bird.
Oh! To purchase the explosion upgrade, please pay $5.99.
LOL JK. And the say is daved, as the Gem of the Underneath will now endure more years of never-ending silent torment until the end of time itself.
Take this stupid monkey ape back to Senegal now. Oh, hold it right there. Chimpanzee organs are 96% is the same as human ones. That's 95% more than the ones I sell. Give it to me. Of course I'll give it to you. You see, that's what happens when you indirectly cause a powerful stone to kill us all, you stupid monkey ape.
What the hell? You can't do that to the PG Tips monkey. This is the worst episode. This is simply unnecessary. You horrible green man. I miss when this show was just about goofy comic relief characters saying wacky and zany phrases. Now they just commit highly unethical acts. What? Huh? What? Why does this episode exist? Like, genuinely, what prompted me to make this? Did I just go into my crappy little plushie box, close my eyes, picked out Sully Monsters Inc. and was like, oh yeah, it's PvZ Plush time? So the episode starts off with Conehead and Bucket playing cards.
Got any twos?
But then the man himself, Noctis the Enderman, appears.
Oh, would you two stop lollygagging? It's okay, they're not actually 12. I'm sorry.
That is fucking foul.
55 seconds into the episode, including the 40-second long intro sequence. This is already awful. Before Noctis can comprehend the implications of what Conehead just said, Creeps arrives, and he's like, guys, do you remember that one-off gag in episode 12 of the big fucking log missile? Apparently it didn't blow up, so now I'm sending Bucket and Conehead. You gotta go get it for me. Gotta get me that log. You know, the log? Iconic PvZ Plush log.
I want you two to go fetch it.
Why?
Because we're poor.
Creep says it landed in his homeland of Minecraft ER. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore that terrible location name. Creeps launched an ICBM at his home country. Add domestic terrorist to the long list of horrible crimes. They then go to iconic PvZ location, my kitchen, and they find the ICBM. But uh-oh, there's a big blue thing on it for some reason. Bucket attempts to consume it, but it wakes up, revealing itself to be a new goofy comic relief character, Sully from Monsters Inc. A wacky and zany kind of guy who has a really, really bad Russian accent for some reason.
No, I come.
That was the best part of Monsters Inc. in my opinion. He starts talking about his log.
They kick me out because I kidnapped one child.
Why is every single character in this series a morally corrupted, horrible waste of consciousness? Conehead asks for the log, but Sully refuses.
We need that there wooden contraption, so you better hand it over, big boy, or we'll use our capitalist powers, Bucket. Ooh, premium healthcare.
Striving societal commentary, Sully decides to just go with them for some reason, and we cut back to the boring old place where every single other episode happens.
Hey, creepy DP, that big blue boy is very attached to that log, and unless you want a 10-foot mythological creature tearing your organs out one by one, then you may want to refrain from blowing it up.
You know this episode's odd when Conehead is the voice of reason.
Excuse me there, Sally. God, that's a fair one from Cars.
I don't have anything to say anymore. Noctis explains to Sully that he should go and kill the plants because Woody is in there, who is an American.
Sully get big capitalist smashing log.
Damn, wish I had a big capitalist smashing log. Not to hit capitalists, but like just for like general protection. I'm not built for the chavvy streets of the UK. Bucket then starts pissing off Sully for no reason by putting his bucket on the log, but Sully is like,
Watch it, bub, or I'm gonna kill you.
We then cut to the plants and
Stop prancing around, you millennials. Why, back in my day, we didn't goof off. Instead, we worked in the plantations.
what a poor traumatized man. Sully then arrives and kills Starfruit, whose seed packet seems to have been eviscerated by time. What happened to it? Cherry calls Sully a Yeti, and Sully is deeply offended by this, and then this happens.
That is it. You have forced me to unleash my greatest weapon, Wizowsks.
Go get him, Jesus.
Sully is deeply saddened by the loss of Mike Wazowski.
I'm going to crush you like the potato famine crushed Russia.
Gwash is like,
Communism is really funny, guys. Please laugh.
Bucket and Sully start arguing more, and Bucket punches him, so Sully hits him with the log, and Bucket...
My Bucket.
Oh.
You have mere moments left to live.
You think you could possibly Oh no, no!
He is then launched into the underneath. Poor man literally got sent to hell.
You confrontational imbecile! How dare you not only destroy that Slavic savage, but a missile we could have used to blow the plants all the way from here to the west coast of China! There be no west coast to China. There would have been if that stupid missile would have actually went off.
Most comprehensible PvZ Plush sentence, and knocked his Sen's bucket to the corner.
That's it, Bucket! Go sit in the corner and be alone with your faults! Hooray! Now my head will scream at me!
That was an awful episode. That was... Actually, no, it wasn't awful. It was just nothing. I felt nothing watching that. Farewell, audience. Until the next time.